a waste of time. I like to do it though. And then you're just going to iron over the top of them again. Okay. And it will kind of stick. They will kind of stick down to your fabric, but that's alright because they'll come right off. And then I'm going to iron them down. Okay, next is the fun part where we're going to give it the pearlescent topping. And so all you're going to need is a little piece of paper. You could use this, or you could use the Easy Mount foam to mix your paint. Doesn't really matter. And it's the Dazzling Metallic by Deco Art is what I use. Or you could use that liquid pearls. And you're just going to need a little bit of it, just a little blob of it like that. And you're going to add whatever you'd like. So I'm going to add a drop of this Ballet Blue Reinker. And then I'm going to squirt it with some Black Magic Glimmer Mist. Making sure that it's all good. Squirting it with just a tinge of Black Magic Glimmer. Okay, then you could use whatever you'd like to stir this paint with. I use my paintbrush that I use. I'm using just the water brushes or whatever they're called. And you're just going to mix it. And the glimmer will add just the tiniest little bit of glimmer, but it adds a nice color. So as you can see, we have a nice light blue sheen, which looks perfect with this. And you're just going to paint over the top of your whole flower this. And this is going to give it a pearlized look, but it will still keep that textured look from underneath. You could skip this step also. I just like this to add this step. Kind of looks like a silver paint. It's really pretty. Love it. So I'm just doing the whole flower with a layer of this. So as you can see, we're just adding this all the way onto our layered flower. Oh my gosh, this is pretty. I love the silver. It's so sparkly and glimmery. Okay. And it's all done. And what I like to do is I'm just going to fold them over again, just like we did before. And you're going to iron it again. And you're going to do an iron, but you're going to sit it on there for a while. Couple seconds, like 10, 15. And you're going to pull it up, and they will stick down to your fabric. But this is why we're using fabric, because they'll easily peel up. Okay. And, okay, so basically you have a glimmery shimmer on your flower, and you still have that texture underneath. So it's so pretty when you have it all done. Alright. Now, we don't need this cloth anymore, so I'm going to bring in a fresh piece of scratch paper, if I can. One second. Okay, so this is what we're going to be working on now. I'm going to zoom in a bit for you. Now what you're going to do is you're going to use a pair of round nose pliers, and I just you could get these at your local jewelry store or Michael's or whatever. They're in the jewelry department. They're for wrapping loops on jewelry. A lot of scrapbookers do jewelry also, so you guys probably know what these are. They just have a rounded nose, and you're going to round the ends of all your petals with this. You could also use like a skewer or something. I just am using this because I need this for another step. It doesn't really matter what you use to round the petals. Rounding the petals all the way around. Okay, and then I'm going to take my petal and I'm going to stick it in to here, like this. If you guys can see that, it's just a little bit in, and I'm going to flip this one down and this one up, and you're going to twist it around your petal. So again, down, up, and twist. So you're going to have it twisted around either of the sides of your pliers, and you're going to do this to all of your flowers. Just do this, and then you're going to be done with the texturing. And the reason that we started doing the with the little curling the ends of them is because it adds a little bit more body to your flower. A little bit more pump to the flower. Okay, so I'm almost done with all of these. Okay, so I have all my flowers done, and I'm just going to puff the petals up on each one. And doesn't this already look like a Prima flower? So pretty. I love them. And you're going to have all of your flowers like this. And now what you're going to do is you're going to layer your flowers. And you could just use some glue dots. So I'm just going to pick up a glue dot with my round nose pliers. And you're going to stagger the petals when you layer them. And the nice thing about the Cricut machine is when it cuts out these flowers, it cuts a little hole in the center so you could layer them simply. Okay, so I'm going to layer this one right in the center of my next. And you're going to have a puffy, big flower that is so pretty. You're just going to kind of fluff up the petals. Look at how pretty that big flower is. I love it. And then you're going to take your matte accents or glossy accents or whatever. I don't have glossy accents. And you're going to go along the top of all of your petals, all the way around your piece. On all 3 layers, you're going to go around and add glossy accents to the top of them. You could just kind of add it to wherever because you just want this crystally effect that we're going to do next with the dazzling diamonds. So pretty. I love dazzling diamonds. Okay, so I have it all on my flower, on the tips of them, and just going to move my iron out of the way. I almost touched it, didn't realize it was there. And you're going to open your can of dazzling diamonds, move that out of the way a little bit, and this is what the dazzling diamonds look like. They're so sparkly, they're chunks of glass, so you're going to want to keep them away from children. And you're going to use a little spoon like this. Mine's cut, it fits right in here when I put it away. And you just take your dazzling diamonds and you're just going to spoon it and place it onto the top of your flower and you're just going to tap it off. Instead of like doing this with like some fine glitter, this just adds a chunky texture. Really nice texture. So I'm going to go all the way around and spoon it on. You could just like spoon it onto your flower inside of the container and just tip it over. Hold it with your pliers, tap off the excess, and look at, oh my gosh, isn't that pretty? The glimmery edges, oh. Okay, so now I'm going to move this out of the way, have to spoon up, or put that all into the container again. And I'm hoping I have, yes I do, okay good. This is the E-Line Prima. They come in so many different colors. You can get them in whatever color you like. You can find these at Michael's. They have them hanging at the end of your aisles, not with the Primas, at the end of your Prima aisle. Well, that's where mine are. These are from my local scrapbook store, though. And you're going to grab a color that you think is going to look good. And I'm going to use this kind of really pretty bluish green color. And look at that flower. Isn't that pretty? I'm going to get a close-up view. Hopefully I can get a close-up. Just like that. That is so pretty. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you love these Prima flowers, and use them on your minis or whatever you like to do. So, thanks so much for watching it, and have a great day. Bye, everybody.